You open a book, read 3 lines, and suddenly find your hand reaching for your phone without you even deciding to move. It's not that you've lost your intelligence, it's that your brain has been physically re-engineered to find deep concentration painful. In our last discussion, we explored how constant dopamine spikes make ordinary life feel bland, like a soda drinker losing the taste for strawberries. But today, we're looking at the most dangerous casualty of that shift, the loss of your ability to think, read, and focus in a straight line. We are living through an invisible literacy crisis where skim reading has become the new normal. Your brain is incredibly plastic, meaning it adapts to whatever environment you feed it. For the last decade, you've been feeding it a digital environment that rewards speed, multitasking, and rapid-fire novelty. Because the reading circuit in your brain is not genetic, it has to be built and maintained. You are currently witnessing that circuit atrophy in real time. When you scroll through reels or news feeds, you aren't actually reading in the traditional sense. You are performing a high-speed search for pertinent data. Researchers have found that digital users have abandoned systematic reading for an F or Z pattern, where the eyes sample the first line and then word spot through the rest of the text. This habit has a switching cost that bleeds into every other part of your life. When you finally sit down with a 300-page book, your brain tries to use that same high-speed skimming technique, realizes it doesn't work for complex ideas, and triggers a state of restlessness and cognitive impatience. This is why reading feels like walking through mud. Your working memory is like a thimble, and the internet is several faucets running at once. You are flooding that thimble so fast that you can never transfer the information into the bathtub of your long-term memory. The result is a feeling of being busy all day while accomplishing nothing, leading to a shallow attention that only yields shallow satisfaction. If you don't use your deep reading processes, like inference, critical analysis, and empathy, you literally lose the neural pathways required to experience them. So, how do you transition back from endless scrolling to the slow art of concentration? The goal isn't to delete the internet, but to develop a biliterate brain. This is a brain capable of switching between the scattered skimming of a screen and deep linear focus required for a book. The first step is addressing your dopamine baseline before you even pick up a book. Most people fail to read because they try to do it after a morning of high-stimulation scrolling. If you start your day with instant dopamine hits, you set a reward threshold that a static black-and-white page can never meet. The habit is simple. Delay high stimulation when you wake up. Give your brain time to stabilize in a low-stimulation environment so that the slow reward of reading actually feels satisfying. Step 2. You have to treat focus like a muscle rather than a personality trait. You don't get fit after one workout, and you won't regain your concentration after one chapter. Start by practicing uninterrupted focus for just 20 minutes a day. At first, your mind will resist. You'll feel an itch to check a notification, and you'll suddenly remember 10 other things you need to do. This is neuroadaptation in action. Your brain is going through withdrawal from constant novelty. If you push through that 20-minute window daily, your concentration will improve like a muscle. Another major hurdle is the smarty pants trap. Many people feel they must choose dense academic books to prove they aren't dumb. This often leads to immediate burnout because your brain doesn't yet have the temporal bandwidth for that much complexity. The bridge back to literacy is often built with fun books, entertaining fiction, or popular series that provide a quick emotional payoff. Once you rekindle the joy of getting lost in a story, your attention span and mental bandwidth will naturally expand. Finally, you must realize that the environment usually beats willpower. If your phone is in the same room while you try to concentrate, your cognitive capacity drops even if the phone is turned off, because part of your brain is constantly using energy to not check it. The smartest form of discipline is reducing the need for it. Put your phone in another room, disable every single notification, and create a physical geometry for your reading. For example, using printed books rather than screens to provide a spatial fairness that helps with plot retention and comprehension. Consistency in these small actions is what creates an identity shift. You stop being someone who is trying to read more and start becoming a reader. Every time you choose the book over the scroll, you are building self-trust and behavioral confidence. In a world where sustained attention is becoming a rare superpower, the ability to focus on one thing for a long time is a massive competitive advantage. Intelligence is common, but depth is becoming extinct. If you want to regain control of your mind, you have to start by protecting your quiet spaces and refusing to let algorithms wash away the foundations of your critical thinking. Your brain is always adapting. The only question is, what are you teaching it to adapt to? If you're ready to rebuild your focus, pick up a book today, not because you have to, but because your ability to think deeply depends on it. If this exploration of the reading brain helped you, like the video and subscribe to the channel as we continue building a better life through better habits. Your attention is the most valuable thing you own, so start treating it that way. Before you go, ask yourself, what was the last book that actually changed the way you see the world? Let us know in the comments, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video.